Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? Welcome to me and Benja's tarot card video for this week. How's it going? I don't know if you noticed, I got the Dragon Tarot out right now. We're gonna do the Dragon Tarot today. I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be my first official Dragon Tarot card reading. So, I have my drawings and everything here. To do the follow-up tarot card reading drawing. Benj is over here. He already had his chicken treat. He's got some peanut butter. Anyway, what you doing, Benja? You want to say hello? You want to say hello? Here's a Benja. Here's a Benja. You want to do the Dragon Tarot with him? You want to do the Dragon Tarot? Tarot card for Benja. Yes, puppy. Okay, go eat your peanut butter. Go eat your peanut butter. Go eat your peanut butter. Here's a little bone, and it's not like an edible bone. I don't know where we got it. I can't remember where it came from, to be honest with you, but I put peanut butter in it, and it's like a bone, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. He loves chicken and he loves peanut butter. He will eat dog food though, in case you're wondering. Anyway, yeah, so good morning. Gonna do the Dragon Tarot today. Got my coffee here. It's the grocery store here in Texas is HEB, and they're not only a grocery store, but they also manufacture or produce groceries, produce produce, and they make coffee. They sell coffee of their own brand, and this one is pumpkin spice. So my sister Tracy, whom I share a bathroom with, has already decorated the bathroom all Halloween. It is fall. Okay, I got my pumpkin spice coffee. Tracy already decorated everything Halloween. So, you know, if you're still in summertime vibes, my apologies. I'm not on that same wavelength here. I'm in full vibes here. Anyway, I just realized that maybe I should have parted my hair the other way. I'm gonna be this side of my profile a lot, but that's okay. Sometimes I might have to go like this throughout the video so you can see my side part. Anyway, yeah, I guess we're ready to get started. It's fall. Got the Dragon Tarot. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. So I went over the Minor Arcana deck. Each tarot deck, as from my experience, has been consists of a Major and Minor Arcana deck. So a full tarot card deck has two parts. One part being the Major Arcana, and the other part being the Minor Arcana. I have practiced the Minor Arcana deck, which is something that I'm going to do today. I think we're going to do the 7-card spread, also known as the horseshoe, because of the influences. Y'all know I like those cards. So we're going to have outside influence and hidden influence. And those two cards I'm going to take from the Major Arcana deck. But the rest of the deck is going to be a Minor Arcana deck, and we'll see how it goes. because like I said, this is a little bit more, at least how I've been reading the tarot cards with y'all, a little bit more advanced, a little bit more expertise. So we'll see how it goes. Um, a card has a meaning, and obviously in relation to other cards. Something I've been doing a lot with the Crow Tarot, so I don't feel too out of my element about it. One second. So anyway, sorry. Good for me. So I get the cards are very interesting. Sometimes the cards don't always have a positive meaning. For instance, the cups, the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups. The Seven of Cups is, I don't know if you remember, but let me remind you, the Seven of Cups in the Cat Tarot and the Crow Tarot, and I can't remember about the Dog Tarot, is usually a philosophy type of card, kind of a dreamlike state, kind of thinking in terms of logic, but also, you know, I don't know. I guess philosophy is just really like the best word I could describe it. And the Eight of Cups is usually like some sort of determination, some sort of you have accepted a challenge, and we're very much a participant and present to complete that challenge. The Seven and Eight of Cups here in this deck. The Seven of Cups is confusion, the need to get your priorities in order. The Eight of Cups is a frustration, the need to go with the flow, and the inability to change your influences or the environment around you or something like that. So a very interesting Dragon Tarot, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I guess we'll just go ahead and see how it goes. These cards are, they're not in order, but I have flipped all of them upright here. So we'll see how it goes, in case you're wondering how that's happening. I flipped them all upright, and when it's reversed, it can mean the opposite. It could be a question about it, and you know, go from there. But I guess what I'm trying to say, roundabout, what I'm trying to say is the Dragon Tarot has a certain level of difficulty, a certain level of absence of a safety net, so to speak, which I think at first, you know, when something's kind of unpleasant or something like that, maybe the first inclination is to kind of like go away from that. But yeah, that's what the Dragon Tarot is. It's lacking a sort of safety net, a comfort blanket, if you will. So I guess we'll just have to see what these cards have to say. And what I, as a tarot card reader, have to say about them. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, 1 second. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, we're just gonna skip the the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, I always have a problem with. Of course, I get it now. Anyway, so our Ten of Swords. I'm gonna have to look at the book. There's several cards in here that sometimes I forget. Ten of Swords being one of them. So the Dragon Tarot deck does not mess around, okay? We're here to be serious and learn and improve our skills and abilities, even though I think that's the Three of Coins. Alright. This is a Major Arcana deck. I haven't really approached the Major Arcana deck, so I'm definitely, for those influences, I'm going to have to reference the book. Oh my gosh, this is the Eight of Cups. That's what I thought was the Eight of Cups. Let's see. Oh, Eight of Cups is looking for something on a much deeper level. Must have been the Eight of Swords then. Oh, okay. So also what I found out about the Dragon Tarot is the swords, I think, are the most complex suit out of the four suits. It's coins, swords, wands, and cups. And I find swords to be the most complex, coins to be the most straightforward, the cups and the wands being, I guess, kind of even there. Okay, so the Ten of Swords is the need to go along with the flow. The why? Because you're unable to change your environment or the influences around you. So now is the time to go with the flow. That's the Ten of Swords upright, but we got it reversed today. So that means there's a minimum of question about it. Maybe we completely have the ability to change the influences and environment around us, and we should be focusing on that instead of kind of going on the flow, maybe somebody else's a flow or wavelength, when we can just focus on our own environment and influences. I think this may be what this reverse Ten of Swords is saying for us today, which is kind of the, I guess, the theme going on for today's tarot card reading. Let's see our past card. The Seven of Wands. I like the wand suit. The orange, it's like orange and black, which I guess could be Halloween. Here we see it's kind of hard to there's not a lot of distinction and differences within the suits of the Minor Arcana deck, which is fine. This one is kind of, I try to remember it because of the lightning in the dragon's belly. So I think it is about, in the past we have a needing to cut down, approach our problems one by one so they don't build up. I'm going to check really quick to make sure that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. So Seven of Wands in the past, upright. We have cut down our problems and approached our problems one by one, and we haven't let problems build on top of each other, therefore creating a bigger burden, and thus we feel overwhelmed by them. We have been very diligent at approaching each problem that we may have, so it doesn't grow and develop into more. So presently, let's see if we got presently. The King of Coins. I keep getting this card today. The King of Coins upright is a man at the top of his profession or trade. So presently in the Dragon Tarot, there's a lot a man and a woman, but again, I would just like to reiterate. I think it's probably it could again it could be very literal, or it could just be very figurative, as a solar and lunar type situation. Solar self, lunar self, all that. But yeah, King of Coins presently is really positive. We're very knowledgeable, kind of masters of our trade here, is what this King of Coins is telling us. So let's see what our hidden influence is, which is a major arcana deck card. It is the reversed Hermit. Yeah, I think that's what it says. Which has a six-pointed star and kind of like a Virgo kind of symbol. It's reversed. So our hidden influence. I'm just gonna read from the book, okay? Since I have not studied it. The Hermit. The reverse meaning is isolation and alienation. This is very interesting. The Hermit being hidden, I think, is very interesting too. In our hidden influence card spot today. The Hermit is a solitary dragon, stands on top of a hill, holding out the light from his lamp so that other travelers may receive the light from his example. This is the way of withdrawal from the world of solitude, of meditation. Above him, two downward rays of light, suggestive of both compasses, measurement, and exactitude, and the pyramids that were built to draw down cosmic energies from the constellation Draconis. In the background, we see the outline of a human settlement, indicative that the dragon is no longer part of his family, clan, or tribe. You see, there are so many ways to interpret what this the illustrations, which makes me feel like an anthropologist or archaeologist or something. So we're working on those skills right now, right? So this is a very interesting card, especially reversed. So the divinatory meaning or upright meaning is a withdrawal or reconsideration. The reverse meaning is isolation or alienation. Which again, I guess this Hermit card does emphasize this kind of lack of safety net, this kind of approach a problem there, not in a comfort zone. So this reversed Hermit, isolation and alienation, I think is interesting. The Hermit, I guess the animal, it goes into its shell, and I think that's a lot of what might be this the meaning behind this tarot card reading, which I think is slightly a bit more highlighted. Usually the Hermit is about maybe not just an individual doing that, but about illumination. So I think this is a very interesting Hermit card. I think it's very interesting, again, next to this King of Coins, the present that we have here, as far as, again, it could be like a present, like a time, like presently right now, or it can just be like a meditative state, right? When sometimes, you either go on autopilot, or maybe you're a bit more present, right? So this reversed hermit is about isolation and withdrawal, which you see a lot with the sword suit in the Minor Arcana deck. Um, and I'm wondering how defensive this card may be. I think this maybe in the Dragon Tarot, this Hermit card can be a bit more defensive type meaning, a bit more territorial uh, for some reason. I think usually the Hermit might be associated with meditation, some sort of like kind of place of contemplation, but a place of safety where we can go to and to gain knowledge and wisdom. I think this hermit might have a little bit of different meaning. There's knowledge and wisdom there. It talks about the pyramids and the cosmic energies. Um, his is the way of withdrawal from the world. So solitude and meditation are things that this hermit really likes. And so it seems a bit kind of like a bit of a sacrifice to do that. It might be something that the dragon likes, but he's no longer part of his family, clan, or tribe because of the human settlement we got here in the background horizon over here. So I guess the hidden influence is a question of whether protection, how protected maybe is an environment, maybe a person. We have fire. We have the swords right here, which is intellect, the air element, knowledge, and the mind and stuff. So yeah, as far as this, how protected, I think this hidden influence can be about how protected, I guess, and defensive a situation, a person may actually be. So I think maybe the hidden influences might be a lot about vulnerabilities, right? This dragon is cut off from, he's definitely connected to knowledge and wisdom, right? But he's cut off from his family and his peoples, is what is indicated here. But other than that, we don't see much vulnerability. We see the hermit is proud and to be able to be in a world of solitude, meditation, and isolation. So yeah, I'm just one. I think the hidden influence can just be a little bit about how protected somebody in question may be. How protected can a space, an environment, maybe a business, maybe maybe a business because of this King of Coins here can be, and maybe this hidden influence is I think is interesting with the hermit, maybe focusing on where the vulnerabilities are. What I'm trying to say is I think with this hermit, and maybe even reverse too, this isolation and alienation is maybe not as vulnerable as what may be perceived because of, I guess, the connection to knowledge and wisdom and the stars, the one constellation, the exactitude of measurement, the measurement and exactitude, you know. So yeah, I think the hidden influences might be vulnerabilities and a defensive and type of protection type of situation going on. So let's see what our obstacle is. The 10 of coins. This is very interesting. Um, what a pleasant card, right? The coins, each suit has their theme, and I think maybe as you're seeing is the coins have the trees without leaves on them. I guess the fall season 2, fall, winter, I don't know. Um, but here you have like kind of an iridescent kind of dragon head. You have this yin yang, two trees guarding this dragon head. With this 10 of coins upright is suggestive of joint finance, important financial decisions. So if that's the obstacle, this seems really great. Considering the cards that we have really positive cards. So if there's a joint finance and important financial decisions going on for our obstacle this week, we all of these cards I think are really positive in order to approach that obstacle. So yeah, let's see what our outside influence is. The world. Guess we got a lot of zodiac signs. I have a little bit of a waterfall here. A shadow dragon. This might be solar and lunar. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and read aloud from the book of these creators. What the world is, which is I think the last, it is the last card in the Major Arcana deck. The world, a huge dragon lies coiled around the world. Around it we see the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, one for each of the 4 elements respectively. Upright, the divinatory meaning is success and attainment. This is great. I think that's also a coins one, but I'm still practicing. The reversed is fears, carrying the world on your shoulders. Success and attainment. The fixed signs, if you're wondering about the zodiac, I don't know for sure, but there's like fixed, mutable. I know Gemini is a mutable sign. A cardinal, I think. Yeah, so this is really pleasant. Our outside influences the world. You can actually see the dragon's wing is actually he's hugging the world, I guess, so to speak, this dragon. I think this is Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius. Oh no, Scorpio. I think Scorpio is the M with the arrow. And I'm not really sure what that one is. It's not Pisces, I forget. And I think this little symbol here is the planet of Jupiter. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you. So we have a very interesting duo with this hidden influence and outside influence. Obviously, the outside influence is extremely positive. I think this outside influence can indicate, you know, the more you're like true to yourself and the more you just kind of go with what you know is right and stuff like that, then the harder you work, the luckier you get type situation. I think is what this outside influence is kind of here to ring the bell, remind us of the facts of nature and life. I think a lot of the times we see warnings of, you know, you can do everything right and all that, but sometimes bad things happen to good people. I think we see that a lot. It's emphasized a lot. I think in this week's tarot card reading, it's not emphasized a lot at all. This tarot card reading, it looks like it's turning out to be good things can happen to good people and bad things can happen to bad people, um, so to speak. It could be, again, a person, an environment, an experience, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I think that's what our cards are saying today. We have a very positive card, even though this Hermit is reversed right here. I think it's very interesting. Um, I think this reverse influence here is here to help us, um, and not necessarily this kind of negative energy to bestow isolation and alienation upon us. You know what I mean? So let's see what our advice and solution is. The Three of Cups. Well, this is just great. The Three of Cups is very pleasant. It's a reunion with friends. Cups is the water element, which is about friendships, relationships, and stuff like that. This Dragon Tarot doesn't really emphasize the romantic relationships as much as the other tarot card decks that I have. Um, but with this Dragon Tarot with the Cups, it is a lot about relationships, more so friendships and stuff like that. Um, so I think is interesting. And also like the relationship, I guess, with yourself, which would be like a rose quartz type of vibe. I don't know. Um, it's this Dragon Tarot is like a rose quartz vibe, pertaining to ourselves, but not necessarily pertaining with our relationships with others. Anyway, but maybe Dragon Tarot is that could just emphasize you know like you should be friends with your partner, right? You know. So anyway, this Three of Cups is advices reunion with friends, and like I said, there could be different ways of being the Dragon Tarot. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more practicing for about the romantic relationships, but like I said, this Dragon Tarot Cup suit really emphasizes the just like the friendship. Um, so yeah, very pleasant advice. You got the three little dragons there hanging out in the middle of the pond or stream or lake or something. So again, very pleasant and positive. That's great. I'm really glad because the tarot card readings I've been doing for myself have been a bit like challenging and stuff like that. So let's see what our future outcome is. The Two of Cups. This is interesting. Um, the Two of Cups represents either a new relationship or an existing relationship that's going to have a new phase to it. Um, so I think it's very interesting where this side of the tarot deck, we're ending with the cups and the water element. So as far as our obstacle, I think it's very interesting. Again, I think this emphasis on maybe like you shouldn't do business with your friends and stuff like that, as indicated by this Ten of Coins here. A joint finances and important financial decisions. It seems like maybe we might be having business with our friends or something like that, or something about our business and finances is really going to expand upon friendships, which is really interesting as far as like tribes and clans and stuff. I think is really interesting. So this hidden influence and this obstacle I think is interesting. This outside influence I think is again extremely positive. Which again is interesting considering this reversed Ten of Swords here, which may indicate that we don't have to go with somebody else's flow, or we can our environment isn't so fixed, and we don't have to play by somebody else's rules. We can play by our own rules. I think is maybe what this reverse Ten of Swords can indicate. So we have a really positive spread. In the past, we've worked diligently on our problems, never let them get too big as to be overwhelming. Presently, we're just very at the top of our game, the top of our trade and profession. The coin suit in the Dragon Tarot is very a black and white about it means business and career. And so this type of isolation that we see in the hidden influence, I think, is a bit philosophical. Maybe we got to think a little bit more deeper into personalities and situations. Mitchell, no sir. And this, as far as our dragons go, a dragon in isolation I think is not so bad. And again, it's the Hermit. It's not a different card with the reversed meaning of maybe being in isolation. It's the Hermit going in isolation. So isolation, but meditation, solitude, and stuff like that, which I think is really interesting. Considering again the card before it is the King of Coins. So yeah, our advice and our outcome is the 3 and 2 of Cups upright, which are really very positive cards. Reunion with friends, a new relationship, perhaps a new phase in an existing relationship, which is great. Basically, if you're wondering like, well, what does that mean, a new phase in a relationship? It just means that you're getting to know the person better. Y'all have elevated y'all's friendship and gotten into a new place where you're even more friends now than you were before. It's really all what that means. So I'm going to show you the cards really quick, and then I guess in part 2 we'll do the drawing. So we got the past, the obstacle, and the future. And just so you know, I'm going to say this real quick, just so you know, this Dragon Tarot, they have a suggested spread. It's not the horseshoe, but it's more like the Celtic cross kind of spread, but a little different with this Dragon Tarot. The Crow Tarot has a Crow Tarot spread and all that. So anyway, I'll see you on part 2, okay? With the drawing.